Hey, Bobcat fans, Al Weston here, the Sports Information Director for Georgia College. Once again, time to talk with Jimmy Wilson. Jimmy, I gave you a week off. What'd you do with it? Did you just rest and
took a nap?
You took care of your vocal cords and made sure you were ready to go for it.
Rested up, got ready for this week. And
excellent. All right, well, let's talk about the Spring Hill Suites Intercollegiate. I'm sure you don't want to talk about it very long. We took 11th in it, but against some really, really tough competition. And I know that you're not happy with second place, just knowing you personally, but got to take a step back and look at you're going against D1 guys and in a really tough field. Yes.
Yeah, 15 teams, 13 were Division Ones. It's the tournament we won a year ago, but just different cast of characters this year. Outside of Taylor and Patrick, we're pretty green, if you will.
Sure.
Not a whole lot of tournament experience, but saw some good things. Our freshman David Sullivan, 3 solid rounds, could have been better. Victor Monta continues to please us with his improved play. Bernardo Bidet, he had 2 fairly solid rounds. Got off to a rough start, came back the second round with a 70 and then 75 the third round.
And we got Taylor and Pat right at the top, like you expected. Your 2 seasoned veterans there, and Mr. Smith and Mr. Garrett. These are guys. Are they providing a leadership role for this team? You think this year?
They're slowly growing into it. They haven't had to do that in the past.
Sure.
It's a brand new gig for them. Both of them being juniors. As freshmen and sophomores, they were more of the, followers. They followed the leaders, and now their position again is having to change, and they're growing into that.
And Victor's been interesting as well. Victor Monta from Virginia. He's a guy that didn't get a chance to play a whole lot last year. I think he really only competed in some of the fall events as you were trying to shape that lineup, much like you're doing right now. But he's starting to put together some really solid rounds, and he's going to look to be pretty much your number 3.
Right now, I would have to say he's number 3. He's definitely a grinder. He's out there from the first tee to the 18th green, and he's a very focused young man.
There's a guy sitting over on the bench there that appreciates grinding a little bit. I know Kyle Collins did that for a couple of years for you as well before being your assistant coach, right?
Yes, sir, and that's one of the things I really enjoy about Kyle is the way he will focus and grind, even during workouts when he's running the kids through the workouts. He pushes them, and I don't want to use the word relentless, but he's pretty tough on them.
If we didn't like our neighbors to the north, he'd be a bit of a bulldog, I think is what you could call him.
Oh,
right?
yeah, there you go.
All right, so let's look forward then. We got another tough tournament coming up in West Florida there, in Destin, Florida. The West Florida hosts the Sandestin Collegiate Classic, something along those lines, and always a tough field. Those Florida teams are always near the